Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you move now? Yes, I can. So you can get this move in the back of a can. Put the big around the world and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. 250 flavors. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world.
Now it's time for Believe in the ACC with our starting lineup. From Florida State, number 17, Charlie Ward. From Morehead State University, number 50, Lloyd Spence. And from Murray State University, number 2, Kendrick Haskins. Get ready for the best sports show about the ACC in all the land. Believe in the ACC starts now.
You know, it's frustrating sometimes. First of all, Happy New Year to everybody. I don't want to just start fussing. But also, you know, it's frustrating sometimes when they do a software update and they don't tell you, and now you're looking for the stuff that's normally in one place, but it's not there anymore. I don't like that.
Yeah, I've been operating on a new computer, and like every 2 minutes it needs an update. I'm like,
bro. It needs an update.
I'm like, what'd y'all do at the factory?
Right. StreamYard is on an update binge right now. It's crazy, but I do like some of the upgrades, I have to admit. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back. We made it to the new year. Year number 6. This is amazing. Who knew, right?
We doing this long?
6 years. We've been doing this 6 years, guys.
Wow.
And look at here. The gang's all here. There is Coach Ward, who is deep into the basketball season, but still he found time to see his boys, his fellas, his guys.
Yes, look at him all clean shaven. Look like a new man.
Right, he looks good. He looks fantastic. But also, we all got the memo to wear the black. Now, I'm not sure why we're wearing the black.
Because we're men in black.
That's what it is, Charlie Ward. I like what you did there, sir. I like what you did there. It's good to see you guys.
Yeah, it's always good to see my fellas.
Listen, we don't have a lot of time to wait, so let's get to the most important thing right now. And by the way, this is a Believe in the ACC Press and Pros mashup. We're doing ACC, we're doing NBA. We got the right people in the room to do it. Let's jump right into the most important thing, which is a FAMU update. I need an update on the Rattlers. Yeah. Is that right? That's right. I'm doing it right? There you go. Okay. I just want to make sure I get it right. I don't misrepresent the brand. How are the Rattlers doing, sir?
More
importantly, how do you think they're doing? There you go. That's a better question.
I mean, of course, we're not where we want to be. We're 3 and whatever. We lost the rest of them. But they've all been all good learning experiences for us. The guys are starting to see what it takes to win consistently, not just on the court but off the court. And we had a tough loss the other night against Bethune at their place, which
Okay.
was a good barometer to us learning and growing, because they were one of the teams to pick to win the league.
Yeah.
And we had opportunities to win the game, but nonetheless, we have to keep pushing forward, because we've seen stories throughout the year where um, you don't start well, and then all of a sudden you catch fire at the right time. But we want to just be consistent in what we're doing, consistently getting better each and every game. Of course, along the way, you want to win a few of those games, close games, which you want to be in close games,
Yeah.
to be able to have a chance to win. So our guys are, coaches, everyone's pushing forward to see how we can continue to improve upon our outcomes. And we had a pretty successful academic semester,
Okay.
um, which
Always
was
important.
Most important.
everyone's eligible for the second for the second semester.
We'll take it.
Um, but we just want to continue to build on that. We just got our new AD who just started, uh, John Davis. So we're excited about him joining forces with us to be able to help push the programs forward from the athletic standpoint.
Awesome. Awesome. Listen, the last game I was able to catch was the TCU game. And when I turned in to watch the game, y'all were up. And I said, uh-oh, upset alert is in the making. Here we go. Let's go. Big FAMU win. And what I was most impressed about, Charlie, is they fought in that entire game. They didn't give up. Even when TCU made their run and came back, they didn't give up. They fought. Is that what at this point you're looking for? Is the constant fight, constant competition, buying into the system?
Yes. I mean, being the first year, the expectations, I think we would pick eighth in the league preseason. Our expectations, of course, is a little higher. But nonetheless, when you're playing the schedule that we're playing, the goal is to see how we compete at the highest level, and with some very good teams, and we were able to do that for halves,
Yeah.
and so that trend is still happening, even in conference. So we have to find how we can play uh, two halves as opposed to one half. We played a good half against Bethune.
Mm-hmm.
Won the second half by 8, but we were down 12 points in the first half. So is that, that's where we're working to try to evolve, just being consistent and playing two halves, regardless of who you're playing against. We're not here for the emotional, oh, y'all play hard.
Yeah.
Almost, that only gets you so far. So we want to be consistent in what we're doing, and we'll get there. It's always a journey, and guys are starting to see it, and they're starting to get hungry for it. So that's good.
That's
When you
good.
see how TCU performed at Kansas the other night, they probably should have won that game. Can you show that to your team and look, this is how close we were to beating this team?
Yeah.
Well, there are a lot of those teams. And we know, I mean, the teams we play in the non-conference, a lot of them are, top 25,
Mm-hmm.
or are playing well. So, or going to be a top team in their league, whether it's Conference USA, or whatever it may be, American. They're going to be one of the top teams in their league. UCF, beat Kansas, I think, the other night. And so, all those things go back to, we challenged ourselves to see what it looks like. We had some good moments. Weren't able, of course, win the games, but find little wins within those games is what you're building towards, and being able to show that, the guys being able to see it. At the end of the day, you want to go out and compete, regardless of whose name is on the jersey. You got to execute at a high level, regardless of whose name's on the jersey, and then you have to make plays. And then we got to make sure that we're preparing properly by challenging them in practice, challenging them, off the field, off the court, with things that they're doing academically, bringing them together as a team. So we're working to try to make sure we do our part as coaches to provide a culture and environment where it can thrive, not just on the court, but off the court as well.
Well, first of all, let me just tell you, we're super proud that you have mastered coach speak in the college level. You are awesome. You sound good, brother. I'm going to tell you that right off the top. Second of all, I got you a little gift for Christmas, and that is I will be seeing you, sir, on the 17th when you make your appearance here in the city that I live in.
Oh, that's right.
There's no way you're going to be able to come to this city and I can't see my guy. So I'm going to pull up on you, Charlie.
We'll be there, Arkansas Pine Bluff.
That's right. That's right. He'll be here to take on the Golden Lions. But I will be donned in FAMU gear in support of my brother. I will not abandon you in your time of need. So there you go.
I appreciate that.
What a treat for you, Charlie.
I know.
There you go. There you go.
I got that present last summer.
Right. Now, let me say this. If you win, then you and the AD gonna have to figure out how to get me to travel. I don't know how you're gonna pull that off. Y'all work that out. I'll be looking for my own NIL deal.
Well, you're gonna be like the cat for Bowling Green.
I'm just saying. Or like Mother G. Maybe I'm Father NOIZ.
G.
You know what I'm saying? Well, Sister G, I'm Father NOIZ. I'll just travel around, blessing the team, and getting you wins. That'll be my goal.
You gonna walk around with some holy water.
Holy water. Hey, listen, it worked for the Steelers. Steelers.
It did. Whoever it was,
Somebody intervened on that one.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, man, that's just regular old water. What were y'all doing over here?
You got that out the faucet.
You got that out the faucet before you pulled up in the game. You ain't fool nobody, father. Okay. That was fun. Congratulations, y'all. This is an exciting time for you and the Rattlers and for the entire FAMU nation. Let's get into some other stuff that's going on. There's this little thing called the college football playoffs that's happening tonight. And we are an ACC team. Let me just say this. In my lifetime, I have never been more conflicted about a football game than this one. Because the ACC and me obviously wants Miami to win. We want Miami to win this game and prove to the world that the ACC belongs. We all want that. Mm-hmm. However, the petty in me wants Ole Miss to win this game so they can look right in the camera and laugh in Lane Kiffin's face. So I don't know how I feel. I would like to ask the two of you, how do you feel?
I mean, I'm kind of the same way. It's like I'm rooting for Miami because they are in the ACC and it's a good story. This is a crazy game when the crazy Final Four when like three of the four, the fourth best story is an Oregon team who's been here more than the other three teams over the last decade and a half.
Right.
And they're the least interesting out of the four. But I do want to see Ole Miss perform well because of everything that's going on and everything that Lane Kiffin did to that program.
Kendrick, as a journalist, I think I know the answer to this, but as a journalist, what is the story for you? If you had to pick the story for you, it's probably Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
question. I have a question because, and this is a question that you can ask the sports director of Wave 3 News. If Indiana wins, what does the sports director do?
Go to Miami next week. Means I probably won't be on the show because I'll probably be on a flight to Miami next week.
Well, I was going to say, listen. Well, hold on, because listen, if Wave 3 would like to do a mashup, I'm down. I am super down to make that trip to Miami. Let me just throw that out there.
Because I think because the game is on a Monday, so I would imagine the festivities probably start on Friday morning.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we would fly down on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy.
A peek behind the curtain, it was pretty funny to me. The other day, we got an email from the college football playoff system asking all the IU media to quit trying to credential for the national championship game already. Because you can't do it yet.
You technically can't do that. Yeah. You can't do that. Right. Technically, you have to wait.
I'm like,
but I understand. I do understand
the excitement, but like,
yes, I do understand. Yeah,
can't do that.
Well, listen, you can't fault them. They've never been here before. This is new. It's all new territory. Usually, they've already moved on to basketball by now. So this is all new territory.
Hey, shout out to the basketball team. They've won 4 straight and 2-0 to start the Big Ten conference.
They're doing great.
IU basketball.
They're doing great. Charlie, who are you rooting for in this game?
I like to see Miami win. Very similar to you guys. I mean, I'd like to see Miami win as we talk about the ACC. And, they have a team in the Final Four. So this Final Four is kind of represented by multiple conferences. So even though 2 conferences try to dominate the whole field,
Exactly.
but there are multiple conferences, being represented. And I'm glad the ACC is one of them. And it just goes to show you sometimes, whether you have one team in or 5 teams in, it doesn't matter which conference you come from, it's the makeup of the team.
Right.
And so we got to get to a point where that's not the issue. I mean, that's not who's driving the bus. Like let's put everybody on the bus to making decisions. Because I heard someone the other day talk about changes through the playoff system, and then having the SEC and the Big Ten vote on it. And I'm like, what are we talking about?
Right.
Changes. How the 2 commissioners in the Big Ten, like the SEC, vote on it? I'm like, what are we talking about? I mean, there are other people playing these games, other conferences playing these games.
Yeah.
So everybody should be coming to the table to talk through the changes or whatever the change is going to be. But I'm just happy for Miami being there. I know their defense has carried them throughout, and the offense has done enough to make things happen, to get them to where they are, and they have the explosiveness to be able to put up points as well, just like the other night. Enough points, I should say. But I would love to see Ole Miss, stick it to Kiffin the way he's been very petty. But I understand Kiffin still, because he has another job he's doing, and he's trying to make sure that gets off to the right start as well. So I totally get it and understand it, but you made a decision, and when you make decisions, you have to be willing to live with whatever the consequences are. And just at this time, I don't know what the latest is. I kind of heard some things, but I didn't know what the latest was with the coaches coaching. I heard that maybe trying to pull them, or I don't know.
Yeah,
but
I think only 2 of them are remaining. I know
2 of them are going to do the other.
Charlie Weiss Jr. is staying call the offense for Ole Miss, and then I think
the running back coach, I think it is.
Yeah, it's one other coach, and the rest of them are going back to Baton Rouge.
But Charlie, I want to echo something you just said because I feel the exact same way. I feel no sympathy for Lane Kiffin whatsoever, and I do not absolve him of this because he chose this. This didn't have to be. Now I get it. Oh, he wanted a better job, making more money. I totally understand that. But raise your hand if you think Lane Kiffin was not going to get more money staying at Ole Miss if he took them to a national championship game. Exactly. So
Right.
he chose this. So I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for him. I don't feel bad for LSU. And by the way, this is also the petty in me. I hope this is very Brian Kelly-esque.
Well, it's kind of similar.
It's very similar.
It seems like the same old
Two
story.
high-profile coaches coming from high-profile programs who've never really won anything.
who couldn't win because he didn't have the resources.
Right.
Yeah.
So
the only grace I can give Lane in this case is because how stupid the college football calendar is. That the calendar is the reason why we're in this predicament in the first place, because their calendar is so out of whack.
I keep hearing people say that, but the truth is, yes and no. Yes, the calendar's out of whack, but also he didn't have to do this. He could have stayed right where he was and kept winning in the program that he built to go to the national championship. Listen, a lot of times I get it. We're all trying to give up grace to people, and people deserve grace, except when they are the one responsible for their own misery. Lane, this is on you, baby. This is on you. You could have stayed right where you are, and we wouldn't be even talking about this. You know what we'd be talking about? Wow, Lane Kiffin finally broke it. He broke through after all these years. And guess what? You break through this year, you win the national championship, they pay you even more. If you want to leave the next year, they pay you even more. So I guess this is more about me being tired of hearing Lane Kiffin deserve. No, he doesn't. He did this to himself. So,
and Lane, he burns every bridge he crosses, and so the fact that it ended this way is not a shock. And it'll do. It'll happen to LSU. The ending at LSU will be something catastrophic.
You don't think if Kalen DeBoer would have decided to go to Alabama, or going to Michigan, they wouldn't have called Lane Kiffin and said, "Hey man, I know you just pulled up at LSU, but how about coming to the team you always wanted to coach at?"
Totally would have.
He'd have got on the screen the next day and said, "The Lord has spoke to me. It is time for me."
And who's to say after next season that it doesn't happen?
I'm just saying. When a guy shows you who he is, at some point you got to start believing him. And I think this guy is who he is. I don't know who this is. Vaccinator One, Joe Shane, it better be called for this. But shout out to you, Vaccinator One. I love you. I appreciate you. You're absolutely correct. Even though I don't think he's not gonna. From what I'm hearing tonight, he's not doing any interviews this week. I think he needs to decompress. How do you feel about that, Charlie? We're all over the place this morning. But before we get to the next game, how do you feel about Harbaugh since this guy brought it in? No, you're doing good, Fascinating One, because listen, it's always time to talk about the Giants. How do you feel about Harbaugh being let go after 18 years? And was that the right decision? Because in situations like this, there has to be a fall guy.
Yeah, I don't. It may be good for Harbaugh because it probably can give him a better start somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Because after 18 years at one place, some things started to become stagnant. And especially in this day and age, everyone is looking for something fresh and new and what have you. So I think it's a good for both.
Mhm.
I agree.
Because now he can go somewhere and kind of start anew and build them to a winner. Very similar to, like, of course you have to find the right team. You got to have the right quarterback, and those types of things, and the right support system to be able to make it happen. But I think I think it's good because when you're at a place for a long time, you get stagnant, they get stagnant at some point. And in this day and age, I mean, sometimes it's good. They're going to let you go if you're not winning at a high level or how they feel like you should be winning, because they feel like they can go get somebody else that's new and can help elevate the team. Now, who that is, I have no clue, but he should be able to get a new job.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, he'll get a new
He'll
job
be-
immediately.
he'll be
And
picking.
I agree with you, Charlie. I think it's just it's good for both sides. Get a fresh start for both sides. It's not to discredit him at all. He's a great coach. We know he's a great coach. It's just like Charlie said, sometimes he gets stagnant, especially 18 years, especially at the pro level, because it ain't like college where players literally leave every year now. And so they don't get tired of your message because even if they're there all 4 years, it's only 4 years. Whereas
Right.
in the NFL, if you're there for 18 years, like Lamar Jackson, he's been there, 7, 8 years now. And
That's
so
a long time to hear the same message. And I think that you guys both said that I completely agree. The stagnation. That's really, really important, because once people stop believing in your message, then it's impossible to get that back. Especially if
or
there's
if they
no
tune it out. They
if
may
they
not
start-
necessarily not believe it, but they tune it out.
They
'Cause
started
they
to tune it out.
hear-
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's get back to the college game. The one that may be even more fascinating or equally as fascinating as Ole Miss and Miami is Oregon, Indiana Part 2. And it's Part 2 because they played already. And it did not go well for Oregon, though it was close, but it really wasn't. Because Indiana really dominated that game.
Yeah.
And they did it on the road, which
Yeah.
leads me to believe, in my humble opinion, that we're going to probably get more of the same. Like, I don't see, maybe Oregon will come with this new inspired thing but the people of Indiana are the same. Like, they are the same players who are even more motivated because they're playing for not only a national championship, but an undefeated season and a movie that is going to write itself. So, so your thoughts on Oregon, Indiana, gentlemen?
Well, there's a couple storylines here. Of course, one being Oregon's offense and defensive coordinators are head coaches somewhere else,
Right.
and so it'll be interesting to see. I know in this juncture time frame of the season, you're not doing a whole lot of new things because you may have a couple of tweaks here and there to some foundational things that you do, but at the end of the day, you're not going to be implementing a new defense or offense. You may have some like wrinkles, like I said, but just the distractions from being a head coach. We saw Ole Miss decide to not allow Coach Kiffin to coach the games in the playoffs due to this fact that it's a distraction,
Yeah.
and so that's what people talk about. I guarantee you, while they were there, at the I think the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, they had to address those questions, and their time was divided for these last couple of weeks, and it's not easy. And so it'll be interesting to see if they are able to overcome those distractions, and then can Indiana continue to soar, in this environment, which I think they can because of the quarterback and their balance, and their execution. They just kind of remind me of a Wisconsin type team that they play good solid defense. You're like, how do they do it? I mean, dudes just be in the right spots. Guys
They are
make
so
plays,
disciplined. Yes.
and then offensively, nothing really phases them. Even though they may have some, but man, Fernando is just one of those guys that you just root for. You just want to
Yeah.
root for because of who he is and the way he goes about his business. So, I want to see Indiana continue the deal because it does give hope for others that
Yes.
you can't get out of the dumpster with the right support, with the right coaches, and all those different types of things. And it would be good for football just to have somebody different than there's already something
Blue
different
Bloods.
because
Yeah,
the
that's
teams
all
that's in
four
it
of them
now,
different. Yeah.
have had their own issues over the years.
Let me say this. I'm so mad that Jacob Payne got this before I did. I never even thought of this until he just says, like, it is Hoosiers, the football version. This is Hoosiers. Where is Gene Hackman when you need him? Okay.
No, it's like around here for us, it's the double whammy because of course we already covered IU football. Then Will Stein, the offensive coordinator for Oregon, is from Louisville, played high school football and college football at U of L, and is the new college football coach for UK football. And so, they got in yesterday, and we've got our crew down there, and they made Will Stein available. So of course we had to ask about the UK job. And so, it's super interesting on both ends for this game. Lloyd, to your point, yes, the same players and everything, but I mean, it was the same players for Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship, and Alabama took care of business. And so, I think in all the rematches in the postseason this year, the team that lost the first game is won the second game. So it's going to be interesting. This Indiana team, like Charlie said, the offense doesn't flinch. Neither side. I mean, nobody in their team flinches, and it's like they've taken on Cignetti's personality so much, and it's crazy. I've never seen a team that's so much into their coach's personality, and at this point in the season, with anybody who's like an up and coming, just kind of come out of nowhere like they have, you do kind of question them against every opponent. But like with this team, you don't question them. No. If they're not going to beat themselves. If Oregon wins that game, Oregon went out there and won the game. It's not going to be because IU shot themselves in the foot, turning the ball over, committing a bunch of penalties. It's going to be because Oregon went out there and beat them.
The last week or in the quarterfinals, everybody said the stat was the team that had the bye was the loser. I think every team other than Indiana had the bye was a loser. This week the stat is, it's hard to beat a team twice. Every team that is, I think Indiana doesn't care about your stats. They don't care about your history.
I tell you one person who doesn't.
Right. So I think Indiana takes care of business. Indiana, DeAndre Moore, is it DeAndre? Is it DeAndre, right? I think it's DeAndre, right?
Oregon's quarterback?
Yeah.
It's
DeAndre or DeAndre. I think it's DeAndre.
Deontay.
Yeah, I know people with a D and a T and a
it's either Deontay or Dante.
Okay, so he had some challenges last week, and I don't think that defense was good, but they're not. I don't think they're as good as Indiana, and so Indiana is going to be in the right spots. They're going to put the pressure on them. They're going to really make this a very difficult game for him. And I like the 1 and 2 matchup of those two players, although in evaluation, and we'll have more evaluation in the next coming months. Do you guys see either of these guys as true first round quarterback selections?
Huh?
Who?
Moore and
Fernando?
Mendoza. Yeah,
they can both be first round picks.
I didn't say they were. I said, do you see them as true first round day one starter selections?
I do more with Mendoza than I do with Dante Moore.
little bit more with Mendoza because of the calmness, like some of the things that Charlie was talking about, the intangibles. But I think, but I think both of them are probably going to go the way of Patrick Mahomes' journey, meaning that you probably want to get a veteran to start the season, let them acclimate, and then put them in the game at some point. I just don't see day one starter in either one of them. That's just my opinion.
It depends on the organization.
Yeah, I'm saying it depends on where they go.
We know what the organizations are, the Raiders and the Jets. Do you want to put either one of them in that situation?
If I was both of them, I'd go back to college.
Listen.
You see Arch did.
hey, Kendrick, Charlie, you'd make more money and you'd be a lot safer. So
yep. So a lot more enjoyable life.
They should at least consider it. So, but one of the really Fernando Mendoza doesn't fit the Raiders' personality to me. Like he is the complete opposite of everything that the Raiders have been historically.
I
don't see that kind of edge in him.
He should want to go somewhere else. I mean, not. I mean,
everyone should.
But he won't slip through the cracks though. He's gonna go number one. If barring some weird trade that we don't see coming out. Now, here's what's interesting about this.
These two are the number 1 and 2 quarterbacks being picked in the draft.
Now, here's what's interesting though. There are some things out there that could potentially happen. In that there's a Tua, there's a Kyler Murray, if you want to take that risk as if you're the Raiders or the Jets. And it would be the most Jet and Raider thing to do is to take that risk. And they could trade because both of them have so many needs. You got to ask yourself, is it worth it to take those two guys when you still have 15 other things you need to do?
I think with the Jets, I think you go ahead and do it. If the Raiders, I can see,
Keep in mind the Jets did not get an interception at all.
How is that possible?
How is that even possible?
I was laughing at Levitar the other day because they're a Miami-based show, and it's like, how is that possible when they played Tua twice?
Tua gonna give you 3. Tua gonna give you 3.
If I'm the Jets, I do go ahead and draft the quarterback. The Raiders, you can make it work another year with Geno. If you put if you can address your offensive line needs, and your defensive line or whatever. But with the Jets, they're a complete blank slate. There's no glimmer of hope.
So Fields didn't have a good year this year.
They've already.
He got benched in like week 7, I think.
They've already given him his one-way ticket out the door. They've announced it. They could not be more done with Fields if they tried. They announced it like 3 weeks ago. Hey, we will not be resigning this dude. He is no longer part of our long-term plans. Yeah, they are done with the Justin Fields business. Now, having said that, I think there's still a place for Justin Fields in the NFL. It's just not a quarterback.
I think it is. Look at the organizations he's played for.
One of those organizations is the number 2 seed or 3 seed in the
Yeah, because they totally flipped their organization. Look who was there when he was there.
I agree. I agree, but I'm just saying. Okay, so do you think Justin could have thrived in that system under that head coach?
I don't think he'd be benched. I don't think he'd be as good as Kalen is, but I think he'd be fine. If he had that coach, he'd still be the quarterback for the Bears, I think.
Okay. All right. Couple of more ACC stories before we jump the ship and go to the NBA real quick. The portal's going crazy. This is insane. This is the most ridiculous. First of all, it's a nightmare if you're a journalist right now. It's a nightmare. It's way too many things going on.
Matter of fact, I got Jody. You know Jody Dimlin.
Yes. Shout out to Jody.
We're sitting at the U of L Duke game, and I swear every 5 to 10 minutes, he's getting up to get on his phone because Louisville got because they got a bunch of commitments that night.
Yes.
Which was funny because Jeff Brom was at the game. Half the coaching staff was sitting behind us. And I'm like, who is taking these calls? Because everybody's here at the game.
Like they're right here. Y'all can literally turn. Did y'all just get, right.
Yes, they were literally that close to us.
Every time your phone goes off, you turn around and Jeff goes, got him. It's a madhouse right now in the portal. The kid at Washington, I think, Washington's trying to sue the kid or something.
They need to sue that kid.
Why do you say that? I'm not as familiar. I just knew he was getting sued. But what's the whole story?
He agreed to terms and then hit the transfer portal. So he basically got his money, then hit the transfer portal.
Oh, he got his money.
Yeah, they're suing him for that money.
Oh yeah, you got to get that money back, player. You can't do that. You can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't just be taking money all willy nilly.
So to me, that's one of the biggest problems.
Mm-hmm.
Is it's I was talking to someone yesterday, and it's like it's gone from one extreme to the other extreme, where during our time we were very restrictive on the players or the student athletes, being able to move or do whatever. Restrictive meaning, there were consequences for it. There were no you just go wherever you want.
Right.
To now where, you can sign here and, you get a signing bonus, and then you're like, well, somebody going to give me a bigger signing bonus. So I'm just going to flip my commitment and go over there. And I'm like, there has to be a happy median somewhere where there are rules, there are regulations and different things that hold people accountable. And, it's gotten to a point now where, the student athletes are just, go for what like how I'm feeling today. Oh, okay. I can just flip. I can do, those things are, people's prerogative. But I know if you're a coach or administrator or somewhere else, if you sign a contract, there's a buyout, for that contract.
Yeah.
And, you're just not picking up and walking out. There's a compensation for it. That's what I mean. Like, if you're going to do something, there has to be some consequences to it, as opposed to me just, I don't feel like getting out of the bed today. So I'm just going to stay in the bed, even though I know I got a job and all those types of things. How do I feel today? I'm just going to make it happen.
That's what I wanted to say, Charlie. Right now, it's fantasy football with no waiver wire. You just get the player you want, or the player does what he wants, and there's no consequence. But we need to get back to real life. You can't just accept money and not do your job, people. That's not how it works. That's the thing that has come with this portal transfer.
It's so much of it. It's just so stupid and just so non-commonsensical. It's so stupid.
It's crazy.
It's so
crazy.
dumb.
Yes, it's so crazy. So rather than give you guys any reports of anything portal yet, we're just gonna wait till the dust settles.
I don't do it because I can do that stuff all day, every day in my sportscast.
Right.
And I'm like, look, I'm not doing this stuff. I don't do recruit. Let me know when they are on the field.
When the dust settles, we'll give you a smaller update of the top players.
On media day in August.
Exactly. Some interesting things going on in ACC basketball real quick. Just great game the other night with Duke and Louisville. Louisville's going to probably struggle. I think the theme of their season so far is we need Mikal. Like until he comes back and they can play.
It's bigger than that.
Right. Oh, you think it's bigger than that?
Yeah.
Really?
They would have lost that game if Mikal was there or not.
You think so?
Their problems are not in the backcourt. Their problems are up front. You don't change that.
Their front court is not aggressive enough for me at all. I am not impressed. Like they don't have as much dog in the front court as they have in the back. And those guys got to really, really start to step up.
Now where Michael would have helped the other night is because Duke was able to put Sarr over on Conwell, and his length and size gave Conwell probably pretty much shut him down in the second half. And if you have Michael out there that kind of alleviates that a little bit, and
it's Michael.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
Michael.
Yeah, Michael. And so
Michael.
And so it alleviates that, but that wasn't going to stop Boozer from doing whatever he wanted to do down low.
Here's what I think though, and I don't completely disagree, but I'll say this: it is different. Michael is the one pure shooter they have. Like he's not streaky. He can shoot, flat out shoot the ball.
Now Conwell's that.
Well, Conwell is too, but I think when you have them both,
Conwell's a better shooter than Michael. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Michael's a better scorer.
He's a better scorer, but Conwell's a better shooter.
But the reason why I say it matters is because with Michael, he can score on 3 levels, and that's what opens up the court for everybody else. They don't have that guy now. It's either Conwell shoots and he hits, and everybody else might get a shot. And they just shot well in the first half. They shot incredibly well in the first half. Hit 10 threes. But they don't have that other guy that can break down the defense on all levels. He's the only one. And they got once he gets back, I think it'll be better. But it's an interesting season for them. But Duke is good. Listen, the ACC is going to be there in the end. That's the one thing I think we're finding out real quick. Duke is good. Louisville's good.
Virginia's the story of the league.
Virginia might be low-key the best team in the league. I don't know. We're early, but they might be. They're really good.
They're the story of the league, coming from what happened to them last year.
They're
the story of the league. I don't know if they're best team yet because their schedule hasn't been the most formidable, but I think they're the story of the league, given where they were at this point last season.
Where they were, exactly. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I don't know if Charlie's had time to keep up with his Seminoles and what they've been doing.
Be keeping up with your Seminoles, Charlie?
A little bit. I saw they had a tough loss the other night against Duke. I didn't get a chance to watch it, but I saw where they played well, competitive, which is good.
Everybody's having a tough loss against Duke.
Yeah, I know. I mean, that seems to be the story of the season for those that are playing against Duke. They find ways to win.
That Duke whistle is a thing.
Oh no! Listen. Let's be clear.
Duke fans get mad and sensitive about it, but look, when you see that game up close. Now, granted, I'm not going to be one that says that Louisville lost that game because of officiating. They did. They lost that game because Duke made adjustments on defense. They quit giving up wide open threes, and they forced Louisville into a lot of bad turnovers. I gave Duke, the players, coach, staff, all the credit in the world. But the Duke whistle is a thing.
It's a thing. It is a thing. It is real. It's very, very real. All right. Let's jump over into the pros. We're now into the other show with our special guest, Charlie Ward. Okay.
Our legitimate pro.
Our legitimate pro. Right. Normally it's just press. Today we legitimately have press and pros. Okay.
Press and the
big weird trade went down last night. And let me just say this. I feel a way about this trade, but not in the way that you might think I feel. Shout out to Trae Young, who looked at the landscape of NBA basketball and said,
when I saw that sentence, I thought of you instantly, but I was busy, so I couldn't text you.
I was thinking,
that's a sentence that's never been uttered in the history of the NBA.
No one has ever said out loud, you know where I'd like to go? The Washington Wizards. It's never happened. But shout out to Trae Young, who saw an opportunity, was like, you know what? Y'all got something I want. He made a business. Well, two things you got two things I want: more shots and more money. He's going to max out immediately.
Can they max him out though?
Yes.
The NBA, okay, I thought Atlanta was the only team that can max him out.
He'll max out to what he has potential to get at that.
I think his max out is further down the road now. I think Atlanta could have signed him to a max deal earlier than Washington did. I think
right, absolutely. But eventually, he's the face of the franchise. He's the new Bradley Beal. He's the new Bradley Beal. And I'm not listen. Charlie Ward has taught us. If he's taught us nothing in the 6 years we've been here, he has taught us you make a decision and you live with your consequences. Mm-hmm. The man has made a viable decision. He said, "I want this bag," and he's going to get his bag.
But and all jokes aside, though, it goes back to what Charlie was saying earlier with the Ravens and Harbaugh. It's good for both sides. It was his time.
100%.
Yes.
What says you, Mr. Ward?
No, I mean, I agree with it was time because they were only going to go so far with him in Atlanta. And I think they started to get weary or tired of just having to deal with whatever they were dealing with. And so whether it was bickering, whether it was complaining, whatever you want to call it, they probably was just like, it sounded like it's just said, go find you another spot.
Find you another spot.
And we'll be cool with it because we're not getting the results that we want with you anyway. Mm-hmm. So let's go and find a better opportunity for yourself, and that's just that's how things roll these days. Middle of the year. Before you go get your own deal, like which I can appreciate. Not everyone gets the opportunity to go search for their own place. I know during my time that was not the case. They didn't give you a choice, but they didn't say go find your team and then we'll work the deal out. No, they just put you in a deal or you were part of a deal and it was best for the team, as opposed to the player. But I'm happy that he's found a place where he feels like he can thrive. And hopefully he can elevate their team, not just by scoring a whole bunch of points, but find ways to do other things to help them win.
Right.
That's my other thing is, I understand we want to score more, we want to do more, and we want to be face of and all that. But at the end of the day, are you providing the necessary outcomes that everyone wants, which is to win? Mm-hmm. And, are you doing that? Or are you just good with, hey, I'm the face of the franchise. Hey, I'm scoring all the points. Hey, I'm getting all the shots. All those types of things, and you're still not getting the success. Or better yet, some people are just satisfied with making a whole bunch of money. Like, I'm making a whole bunch of money, but we're not getting the outcomes that we desire. So I'm cool, not cool with it, but I'm good with it. And so it just depends on who you're talking to and their motives. But I think it was a good move. Getting CJ, is it CJ?
CJ McCollum, yeah.
McCollum.
Oh, free CJ. And I'm so happy for CJ. At least he gets to actually go to work and enjoy it now. like God bless you.
Because you look at that roster, it's a pretty good roster makeup for the Hawks. A lot of people were touting them as a dark horse for the finals before the season started anyway. Yeah. So adding CJ McCollum, I think he's a good fit for what they have with that roster.
And I'm so happy for him because he's been in purgatory forever. Like he left Portland and people forgot he existed. Like it's crazy. So he show up at the NBPA meeting and be like, "Oh, you still in the league? Like I didn't even know you was like here."
Yeah, he went to two. He's played for 2 of the 3 black holes in the NBA.
Oh,
the only one left is Sacramento.
He's been crab cakes, and it's been rough. It's been rough for CJ. But now he can get some of that soul food in Atlanta and enjoy the rest of his career. This is great.
I'm go out and live and say it's some pretty good food in DC too.
That's what I say. Crab cake. Yeah, good crab cake. And Ben's chili bowl. You know, one of the president's favorites, President Obama, my president. The other thing is, the only person that needs to be set free is Kuminga. I'm just at this point.
I'm so tired of this story.
It's a story that will not go away.
He's not playing either, is he?
He's not playing. Here's how bad it's gotten in Golden State for Kuminga. And shout out to Draymond Green for telling this story. The other day, Brandon Przemski was pulled out of the game, and Kuminga was encouraging him that everything was going to be all right. I was like, this is bad when the man has now been relegated to counselor. So
yeah, he's basically Udonis Haslem, except he's only like 3 or 4 years, 5 years into the league.
He's not even 20. I think he's barely 24. I don't even know if he's 24 years old yet. He's a veteran with wisdom. Like, it's crazy. But from all I've heard, he is going to be moved. It's just a matter of where. My thoughts are very simple. I think, as crazy as this is going to sound, the most logical place for him to go would be Dallas, because Dallas needs to dump that AD salary. They need to get rid of that. That is not helping them in any way, form, or fashion. Just admit the defeat. You lost the trade. That was your man got you. Nico, who was a fine.
They admitted that when they fired. They admitted that when they fired Nico anyway.
Right. So just strip it down and let's move on. And then if you're the Warriors, you don't need AD the whole season. You just need it from March to June. That's all you need. And if he's healthy March to June, then you're good. So
is he going to be healthy from March to June?
Well, listen. As a longtime Laker fan, I can tell you that's in the air. We don't know. So, but I just want to see Kuminga have the opportunity to at least try to become the best version of himself. He may never get there, but at least let the kid try. Jesus, this is torture right now. It feels awful. So there you go. So those are the two. As we really get more attention to the trade deadline, those are the two stories that are probably the biggest right now. Kendrick, did I forget anything as far as the NBA is concerned?
Well, the Thunder have all of a sudden fallen off the planet. They got beat by 30 at home by Charlotte the other night. I think they lost last night. I don't know what's going on with the Thunder.
Oh, that's easy. I can explain that in one reality. Like, with all due respect to the Thunder, they are a great team. They are the best team in the NBA. They were never going to win 73 games.
Yeah,
they were never going to win 73 games is hard.
Yeah, but
60 games is hard.
Yeah, like we said, we was talking earlier this week. It's too early in the season for me to be like, this is too hard. It's just not January.
Right.
I think it's more than that. I think some of the injuries have caught up to him.
Well, it's a lot. It's a combination of all things. Charlie, what was the most games that you on the team won?
You remember? 50 something.
That's typically what it is. It's 50 and every now and then. No, I can't even say every now and then. I would say more. It's hard to win 60 games. It's hard.
True, but it's too early in the season for them to be even worrying, thinking about all that. It's just not.
Well, they were already talking. They were already talking. We're going to break the 73 record. We're as good as the 70.
I never heard that. I never heard that.
That wasn't the players.
I didn't hear that come from them.
That was other people talking about where they were and how they were playing at the time, because they were playing well. And
they were what, 30-1 or something like that.
Yeah.
No, they went 23 and something. 20. Yeah, but it was
they had one loss for a long time.
For a long time.
And then the Spurs came along.
Yeah.
And busted all.
Spurs came along and beat them twice in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the same week.
Yeah, and I guess and they must have laid some kind of a blueprint on how to do it, and that's what teams are doing, because it's amazing to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everybody goes through bad times in the season because it's such a long season, but just the way they're getting beaten by who they're losing. It's not like they're just losing to the Spurs or Houston or the upper echelon of the league. They got beat at home by 30 by Charlotte.
I was gonna say,
that's a whole other deal.
If you're losing to Charlotte, something's wrong. Something's
at home by 30.
And the Jazz. You lost to the Jazz.
Yeah.
Well, no, you know what? I forgot. They came back and won in overtime. They did come back and win. They should have lost to the Jazz. The game was way closer than it should have been. Yeah,
the Jazz came back. Is not a bad team.
They're not, but they're not a great team, Charlie. They're not. Well, let me say this. Maybe they're just not. Are they not coached well? Maybe something is wrong with the Jazz. They got a lot of talent. It's just not coming. It's just not showing up in games.
Most teams in the NBA.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
That's a good point, Charlie.
They all are NBA players.
That is a good point, Charlie. That's a great point. But yeah, usually Charlotte, who looks like they're trying to dump salary as well.
That's just their organization. This is what they do.
To close out Press and Pros today, I'm gonna throw out some names, and you tell me if they're gonna make it through the trade deadline or not. LaMelo Ball.
Where is he now?
Charlotte. He's in Charlotte still for the time being, but there's been a lot of talk about LaMelo Ball. And there's several teams that need point guard, and he's healthy and playing well. Actually,
I can see him being moved. For his sake, I hope he's moved.
I think for a lot of these teams, it comes down to we don't want to pay this guy what he's going to ask for here in this next alliteration of negotiations, and so we got to get some of this out so we can kind of start to build something that's going to be sustainable. Michael Porter Jr. is an interesting name that keeps coming up.
I never felt he was going to stay in Brooklyn anyway.
No chance at all that he was staying in Brooklyn.
Is he healthy?
He is healthy and also playing very, very well right now. As if he's playing in the type of manner that he said that it looks like he sees another contract in his future. He knows that this is
what it is. He's playing for Brooklyn. That's what it is.
That helped.
And so the trade deadline will come up, and somebody will be like, "Oh, we need another piece," and it'll be a good piece for us. So that's what will be.
Okay. Is he playing defense now?
I can neither confirm
like that matters, Charlie. Like that matters, Charlie. He plays for Brooklyn.
Defense.
What is that?
That's what I'm saying.
This is crazy talk here, talking this sorcery.
This defense thing you're speaking of.
If you're gonna trade for him, you got to take that into account. He's a one-trick pony.
That's a nice trick.
I mean, think about it. So is Melo.
Yeah, it's a nice trick. Yeah,
LaMelo's all offense.
Free James Harden.
I don't know.
Somebody need to free him.
They playing well right now, though. That's the problem.
I watched them the other night. It was hard to watch.
It's hard to watch.
They are hard to watch.
Clippers games are hard to watch.
It was like pickup ball.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a few times where he and Kawhi, they didn't pass it to nobody, and they shot it.
Yeah,
with 18 seconds on the clock,
with several seconds left, plenty of time on the clock. Just.
And I'm man, and then Harden goes down to the defensive end and stands and watches man several times, like score.
Yeah,
they try to hide him and do all necessary things, and they can't hide him because the other team just keeps finding him. They put him in either pick and rolls or they back cutting him, and he's like, "Oh well, just give me the ball."
They won 7 of their last 9 games though, so they are playing better technically.
Who do they play though? That matters.
But they beat the Warriors the other night.
Well, everybody's beat the Warriors.
They beat your Lakers. They beat the Rockets. They won at Portland. They beat Detroit.
Yeah. They won some games. Okay.
They won some games.
So they may try to hold on to Harden.
Yeah, they beat Detroit by 13.
They got to make up a lot of ground though.
And they beat the Rockets by 20. I mean, yeah, they've been playing well.
They got to make up a lot of ground though. They are in the hole deep.
Jesus, they lost to the Celtics 146-115.
And let me say this. I agree with Charlie.
Yeah, that's the game. That's the game I watched.
Okay.
Yeah.
It sounds about right.
I agree with Charlie.
How you score 115 points and lose by 31?
Oh, for them, it's not hard. It's not hard. But here's the thing about James Harden. Not that impossible, actually. Not that impossible. Here's the thing about James Harden that's interesting to me, though. Charlie, to your point, when he is beginning to start the process of a checkout, this is how he plays. Like he did it in Brooklyn, he did it in Philly. I think when he is like, I'm kind of over this. This is kind of what you get out of him. So I'm curious to see if they'll make the change solely because of that. Like he's kind of like on the backside of it. He's like, I'm over it. And by the way, I'm not even mad at him because he has tried to make this work in Los Angeles. He has tried, but it ain't working.
I don't know, but like I want to see James Harden free too, but I'm like, who's going to take on that contract?
Well, that's the other side of it. The man makes an enormous amount of money. So
yeah, there's not a more hamstrung organization in the league than the Clippers.
I agree. I'll throw out a couple of more names and then we'll wrap this up. Joel Embiid, is it?
He ain't going anywhere.
That dude played with no socks the other day. I think it's time. Like it feels like he has lost his way.
He played with no
Charlie,
socks.
have you ever played with no socks?
Who did that?
Joel Embiid played with no socks the other day. He rolled out there with leggings and no socks.
Oh,
Did he play though?
I'm sure he had some.
He played. He played
Sure
well.
he had some, he probably had some footies on.
No footies. Nothing peaked above the shoe in footy level.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, some no-show.
Probably had some no-show socks. What do they call them? Short socks.
But normally, when you're low cuts, the no-shows at least will peak above the shoe just a little bit. Nothing. If you go back and look at the camera, there were no socks. It looked like he had on no socks. It was crazy.
I think he had on socks.
I said, this dude is wild. He is really in his own world right now.
Maybe he was going back to his roots.
You know what, Charlie? I'm not joining that. I'm not going to join that.
They've won 4 of their last 5, and they're at the Magic tomorrow, and so
he stays.
Yeah, he scored 28 points last night.
Okay, all right.
Yes, there's the Wizards, but I mean, yeah,
this feels inevitable already. But AD,
yeah, he's gonna get traded.
If he stay healthy.
I mean, he's been traded 3 times now, and he ain't never been healthy. Actually, he's only been traded twice because he got traded from the Pelicans to the Lakers and from the Lakers to Dallas. But he's never really been healthy. I can see, but like he's a talent though that everybody's gonna look at me like I can make it. I can change him.
Well, I don't know if it's so much that I can change him as much as if he's healthy, he can change us. And they're by the way, they're 100% correct. Whoever trades for him is 100% correct. When he's healthy, he is a franchise-changing player. However,
those days are few and far between.
That's really the problem. It's just, it's not happening. Okay. I don't have a lot of rest of the stuff other than this is award season. And I'm excited for one of my favorite movies because they seem to be doing well so far. In that city. I don't know if either one of you saw the movie Sinners. Phenomenal movie.
I haven't seen it.
Phenomenal. No. And by the way, not a horror fan at all. Not a horror fan at all. I am not. That is a phenomenally written movie. Shout out to Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan's performance is insanely good. But it's a great movie. But fun fact that I just found out the other night, and this is for all my gospel music fans out there. The mother of Miles Canton, the young man that plays in Sinners, is a young lady that's synonymous with gospel greatness by the name of Timothy Figueroa. I had no idea, but she showed up hugging this kid the other day. I'm like, oh, Timothy knows. Wait, that's his mama? What? What's going on? But that explains his enormous talent. The kid is a phenomenal talent. But shout out to Miles Canton and his mother, Timothy Figueroa, who I did not know that was his mom. So there you go. But listen, great movie. I would recommend anyone seeing it. It's not exactly what you think it is. It's better than what you might think it is. It's really, really, really good. So there you go. That's all the rest of the stuff I got. I don't have anything else. Do you have anything?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay, all right. So then we give our shout outs. Who we shouting out today, gentlemen? Got to start with Coach Junior.
Yeah, I got to start with Coach Junior because it's usually a Seminole.
Yeah, I miss your Seminole shout outs. I really do. We need.
I haven't had much to shout out. I don't know. Shout out to my wife. She's the best. So I have a walk-in closet that was not walk-in, a ball.
Okay.
And so she went in and she likes to clean clutter. So she went in and cleaned up my closet. And so now is walk-in the bull.
Nice.
So it's a walk-in closet again. And so I'm just grateful for her. And all that she does, that part. And she's also running our foundation, the Champions Ranch, doing all the work, leg work for that. So she's a hero.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Very, very cool. Very, very cool. All right. Kendrick, shout out, brother.
I'll shout out Fern Creek High School coach Josh Abel, the football coach. He just stepped down from the position. He's served the school and served the team well over the years. Never could quite get over that hump. It's hard to find a quarterback. But his defenses and running game was always on point, and he just stepped down last week. And he's always been good to me whenever I need anything. So just shout out to Coach Abel and congratulations and good luck to you going forward, whatever that future holds.
Awesome. Listen, I have 3 great shout outs, people. The first one I want to give to the forgotten quarterback of last year's draft, Tyler Shuck. No one thought much of him. Matter of fact, the only person that really believed in him was the New Orleans Saints and Louis Riddick. That's the list.
Yeah.
But these last 5 or 6 games, or 8 games rather, he went, I think, 5-3 or 5-4, or 9 games, 5-4. It's not bad for a rookie. And I think
they won 3 straight. They won 3 straight before the last one.
They won 3 straight before the last, and were competitive in the last one. So I want to give a shout out to him. I think he has locked that position down, and he will be their quarterback going forward. So shout out to Tyler Shuck. Just for giggles, shout out to David Ortiz, Big Papi, who was the first person out last night in The Masked Singer. It was hilarious to see Big Papi in one of them big old gigantic costumes. And his song was Turned Down for What? And there were no lyrics. He just shouted us for 2.5 minutes. And it was fantastic. I loved every second of it.
Whenever I see promos for that show, I'm like, who watches that show? And like, there's the one.
I'm a girl dad. I watch girl dad stuff. That's what happens. This is what happens. But I love it because I get to spend time with my girl, so I'm not even mad. But it was hilarious. I laughed the entire time. And then I have a melancholy shout out to one of the greatest gospel artists of all time, the great Richard Smallwood. Man, I don't know if you know Kendrick, but Richard is one of one. Okay, he's one of one. I remember the first time I tried to learn. He has a song called Angels, and I tried to learn this song as a musician. One of the hardest songs, because he's the first true gospel artist that mixed gospel and classical stuff together and made it work like seamlessly. And most gospel musicians, when you were trying to learn a Richard Smallwood song, you sat there at the piano for a few minutes, regardless of your talent level. You were like, okay, now what just happened? Like, why did you do that? Like, structurally, it was a challenge. But he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. And from Total Praise to Jesus, You're the Center of My Joy, to I love the Whitney Houston classic, I Love the Lord, He Heard My Cry. He just was one of one. And he will be tremendously missed in the gospel community. So we send light and love to Richard Smallwood. We use the word legend lightly and maybe too loosely sometimes, but Richard was truly a legend in the gospel music arena. So there you go.
Those to him and his family.
Do you have any Richard Smallwood songs, Charlie or Kendrick, that you remember? Total Praise is the one everybody goes to.
Yeah, right. That's the one that everyone goes to. But of course, I grew up on Richard Smallwood. And his, I sat there and watched a lot of his concerts on tape.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is hilarious. Oh, tape is hilarious.
Videotape.
Yeah. Richard is a true genius.
So, because they used to have the VHS tapes.
Oh, yeah.
Concerts.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everybody had those VHS tapes growing up.
Listen, that's how we got through some nights. We had them stacks of VHS tape in our dorm rooms, and we would all, on the boring weekends that inevitably come every college season, you throw a tape on and everybody gathers in a room and laughs and enjoys the weekend.
I used to have the movie Money Talks on VHS tape, and I used to watch that opening scene when he's singing Barry White driving through the street. I used to watch that scene. Yeah. I used to watch that scene every morning before I went to class. My first, my last, my everything.
For us, it was Friday. And it was Ron Isley saying, try to find a better way. So for us, it was Friday. But yeah. Oh, and Sandlot. I cannot, for some reason, we watched Sandlot religiously. It was like a drug, but we watched Sandlot all the time. And we would walk around the campus all day saying, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. I don't know why we love that movie so much, but we did. So shout out to Sandlot. Okay. Guys, it's been great. We love each and every one of you. Shout out to Papa Haskins. And it's been, listen, enjoy your day. Enjoy your weekend. You got 4 days worth of great competitive football. So get your ribs together and whatever else you're going to eat and enjoy it. All right? And as we always say at the end
I actually got 5 because there's a Monday night playoff.
Oh, there's a Monday night. It's 5.
I think it's goofy. That's not fair to those.
I don't get that either. That's just what
the greed of the NFL.
Yeah. All right. With all that being said, cue the whistle.